You know, you guys have these cones or pylons now, but in my days, we didn't have anything like that, nor were we smart enough to think of using one. If I had these cones back then, I would have improved much faster. Obviously, in the beginning, I couldn't get it right like this. It used to be like this. I was scared and didn't know how fast I should be going, so I would stop like this. But turning the car in the direction that you came from without stopping the engine means that the driver is stepping on the clutch to turn the car around. In the beginning, it's okay to mess up and stop facing the wrong direction or even stall the engine. But don't get scared. Just try it in a safe, closed environment. And once you learn how to turn 180 degrees with an e-brake, your next step should be making 90-degree turns. I never did this on the streets. The important thing is to keep trying, and of course, practice in a safe place. Turning 90 degrees is a cool trick. Let's say this is a right-angle corner, and you go like this. This 90-degree turn is easy once you get the hang of pulling the e-brake, adjusting your speed, and counter-steering to face the right direction. Once you master these two techniques, you'll want to install an LSD. You'll be able to turn 180 degrees and move on to doing 360s without stalling the engine. But remember, this is after you've completed the 90 and 180-degree turns. Believe me, you will be able to do this only if you know the basic techniques of sliding the car from a simple tail slide to a power slide, adjusting the drifting with your gas pedal. The LSD really comes after you master the basic techniques. The important thing here is to discover how much fun it is to play with your car. Like here, I can turn just by pulling the e-brake. When you learn to do this correctly, you'll want to do it on the track.
The main objective of this special training program is that you have fun driving your car. If you have fun, you'll be calm enough to sense the behavior of your car, and at the same time, you won't be scared of your tail sliding anymore. Tsuchiya says that if you go through these training programs, you'll be able to drift on track for sure. Watching this DVD should enable you to look over the weak points of your driving, and from there, try out the various drifting techniques that Tsuchiya has illustrated. The lesson continues. Special training program number 4 is learning how to use the handbrake according to the radius of the corner.
Okay, first of all, okay, here. How about this? See, I counter-steered and stopped the car facing the direction I want to exit. You have to counter-steer toward the exit direction. You can see here that I am actually counter-steering. And it's okay to pull the e-brake and stop here. Beginners tend to end up facing the wrong direction, like this. So, controlling the car towards the direction that you want to go is crucial here. You can do this by adjusting how long you actually pull the e-brake. I was supposed to go that way, but I was pulling the e-brake too long. But let's face it, you'll mess up at the beginning, so learn from your mistakes and don't smash up your car and pay for repairs all the time like I did. You guys have places like this, Driftland. I think it's important to practice without worrying about your repair fees or putting someone else in danger. See, here. I'm pulling the e-brake too long, letting the car slide too much. In this situation, your left hand is pulling the e-brake, and your right hand working the counter-steer is too slow. This is how you'll end up facing the direction that you came from. So, just shorten the time you're pulling the e-brake. This is what happens when you steer too much. This was a good example. As you just saw, I began countersteering too late, and then I recovered the countersteer too late. As a result, my car just lost control. If all my steering work was done earlier, I could have avoided this. If you end up doing this, just hit the brakes and stop the car. Take a deep breath and calm down. You won't get anywhere trying to recover from this state, so just stop the car and chill, okay? And start from zero all over again. Okay, let's review the training program. I admit that this training needs effort, but you want to have fun too. So find a safe place to practice and start from the 180-degree turn. Then try the 360, but you need an LSD to do this. Then the 90-degree turn. And when you learn all this, come to a track like this one to practice, where you can find something like this. To practice doing donuts, you need an LSD. Come to a track like this to practice pulling the e-brake along the actual radius of the corner. Gear, so shift down to second, steer into the corner, but the car is understeering. Step on the gas all the way and let the rear slide. Then you let go of the gas and wait. But if you wait too long, you'll lose too much rev, and your drift power will stall. So, after you give it gas all the way to make the tail slide, countersteer. And as you do this, place your foot on the gas, just to keep the rev within the torque band. This is how you drift right from the corner entrance to the exit. And this is also the reason why an underpowered classic like the Hachiroku can go up against the high-tech power machines of today. I'm turning using the gas pedal at all corners. You know, you may be able to drift in other cars, but drifting through the corners from entrance to exit in an underpowered car is a tough task to pull off. And that's why people who say they can drift in a Skyline, Supra, MR2, or a Silvia can't always go sideways in a Hachiroku. This is because you really need to know your stuff to keep the underpowered car drifting through corners. And to get this done, you must master the 6 basic techniques to make your drift perfect.
Let's check the Hachiroku on the final corner. In this corner, a standard braking and shift lock triggers the car to drift. But the throttle control from here is different. Tsuchiya floors it immediately to keep the car sliding all the way from the entrance to the corner exit. He's purposely letting the wheel spin a bit so he can control the tail slide with little power. He's driving while constantly maintaining loose traction. These 6 techniques and their various application make the Drift King go sideways.
How did I become the Drift King? I can only say that I was driving day and night. I guess people call it practicing and hard work. But to me, I was just having fun out there. To enjoy driving, or shall we say practice for now, all you need is some safe, clear space. This will be enough. Let's start with a 180-degree turn. The first thing I tried, right after I got my driver's license, is this. Pull the e-brake and try to end up facing the direction I came from. In my days, it was cool to be able to do this and get it right.